laners that can kind of vibe well with the Franco. It's only between the Beatrix and the carry, I believe. Those two
Vero
can
has picked it up.
exactly. So I think that's where Team Liquid ID are kind of trying to make a read. Go for the Gatot though and the Moscow. So good macro pressure. Good front line as well here, knowing that the Mathilda won't be able to serve as the main front line. So it's a very brawly composition coming in from Team Liquid ID.
Not a big fan of the Gatot Pacha as the sole like tempo setter. However, they go Granger.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
So no carry, no Beatrix.
Yeah, I think because the main premise has always been the Franco hook into, you know, a Bennett's Rage or with the carry, constant damage. But I think the Granger does give you safety in terms of range and the poke as well. And if they want to play the front to back for ages, I think it helps as well with the Granger.
Match point, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to throw it over to our fellow casters. Mirko, once again, a chef-in for the final time. Potentially, take it away.
This might be the end of the journey for Team Liquid ID. They're in the brink of elimination. Only one game separates them from the gaming house. They were the runner-up of M6, the champion of MPL Indonesia Season 14. And now, look at where they at. This is their last draw. Can they do it and stop the resurgence of ONIC?
They gotta fight back somehow up against ONIC. Again, the defending champions, ladies and gentlemen, in their first season. A lot of them, at least Fabian, Witty, and Aaron Shiki it was. The three rookies that were promoted into MPL with a lot of doubts surrounding them. Instantly erasing those doubts, carving their name into the history books of MPL ID by becoming champions. ONIC, what do you think about the draft here, Chefin?
I gotta say, you are very ONIC Pro draft, or like you were very ONIC Pro when the draft happened, right?
Until the famous Granger.
Yeah. I think a Yves and also maybe like a 1-1 or something like a Harith would do well, especially with the amount of damage that Carry can deal in the early game. But look at that!
That's exactly what. Oh, almost a hook chained together there. Keyboy not gonna find it. But yeah, what were you saying, Chefin?
Yeah, I gotta say, TLID, if they want to go back to the Season of 14 form of TLID, they did the right thing. They put Alpha on Fabian. They put the Mathilda on Weedy. So the ingredients is there.
Impressive.
It's a matter of how they execute. I think it's a much more well-rounded draft and also more competitive drafting phase than first and second game.
I agree. This isn't a complete shout-out on the drafts, unlike what we saw in Game 1 and Game 2. Despite the first pick, Juicin, that I was already... I'm a hater. I'm a hater for the Juicin first pick. Not a big fan of that pick anymore, at least not a first pick. ONIC, though, control in the bush, waiting for an ambush to happen. You can see the win rates all throughout. 0 and 1 on the Alpha for Fabian, which is definitely not a stat that we are used to. Last season is Mathilda Alpha, the combo of TLID was amazing. Almost an attempt there. Successfully getting the Iron Hook.
Now it's going to be hard for ONIC to be able to get close to the turret or the turtle. Keyboy already getting jumped on.
Uh-oh, and ollie onto the back. Oh, yes, he'll pull back as well. Keyboy walking in front. Fabian able to pull out the Retribution, but the Iron Hook connects. Another round coming down as Kyrie gets caught, but will be able to dish out down. Solo!
What?
Kill up top kill. Finally kill Sans. Flicker forward, bringing him back into the damage of ONIC. 2-1, but TL got the turtle.
Well, it's the same thing that happened in the first game. They got the turtle, but there's some retaliation on the other side of the map. Wow, they gotta stop with the 1v1s, man. They're gonna take care of themselves.
I think it's fine. I'm curious as to how Kyo won that battle.
Yeah.
Granger should be the one with an advantage in the lane.
I mean, we can see in the items, already warrior boots for Kyo. Maybe that plays a part, that 1v1 earlier. But yeah, curious to see what happened in the replay. Looking at the other items though, nothing too crazy just yet. A rapid boots for Keyboy. Oh, getting all in by Fabian, but he knows. Just want to go for a Franco in the middle of a turret.
This is looking more like the TLID we have seen in the regular season. You know, not the inconsistent version, but the normal form where they are actually able to fight. They're actually able to finally coordinate together, unlike the last two games. But somehow, ONIC find themselves still 1,000 gold ahead with no neutral objective. This is just the pure... What? Is it the Suyo? No, he's a level down.
I've always said this. A sign of an elite team is when you're losing the trade, or at least the trade is even, you see the wave clear. You see the pathing in the jungle. And this is what ONIC did throughout the prime ONIC era. The micros on all the members is very sound around, getting jumped on, but still has the AOG.
Sans walks off, Fabian already there, asking for the guiding wind, bringing him back into the circling Eagle Sans! Another round with a bloody hot, locking Fabian down, instantly cancel with the AOG!
Oh! Look B though, still chasing Fabian. Keyboy already low. Kyrie just goes back. Still want to stop or not. Look B taking a bit of damage, but there is no kill just yet on that exchange.
Just poke. Sans so patient with the Netherrealm. I thought he died before he could pop it in, but he gets it in time. ONIC now with the great Iron Hook landing again, but it's only onto Aran who has the guiding win provided by Witty. Hold. Fabian on the turtle. Lutpi walking up already. On Aran, mounting him up, bringing it back all the way to Savero to get some free shots. Fabian on the turtle, and that's a save with the guiding win. ONIC cannot contest. Lutpi caught in deep waters.
Getting jumped on by 4 people. It might be the end for Lutpi in this guys. Keyboy though, the hook. Lutpi gets to that form, but he's gonna get executed. No! No kills at all. Again.
Wow. They're holding their ground. They're standing their ground. The lead is gone. But with 2 turtles, you would expect tlid to be the ones holding that lead. A turret down below. And right to our lefts, ladies and gentlemen, me and Shepin's left, we got 2 legends who are streaming in the venue.
I mean, literally 20 feet away from us, we can see them just yapping for you guys out there. Check out their stream if you're bored of us.
Shepin, who do you think's better? Who do you think's better?
You're really gonna put me on the spot here?
Hey, I'll answer too.
If we're talking about peak, Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage.
Overall, our 7.
Anti-Mage.
Wow.
Once an MSC winner.
All right. To each their own. And to each their own also in audience prediction, 80% to 20% as expected. Going by what happened in the first 2 games.
80%. After what we saw from Game 2, understandable. This was not the audience prediction that we saw in Game 1. It was actually quite even, I believe. And then we saw a big shift after that stomp in Game 1. And now ONIC are finally in a position where they're the ones forced to trade it out. How is it that they are still the ones leading? It's a turret, 2 turtles, and it's a gold lead for ONIC.
I think it's the fact that Kai is much more dynamic than Fabian. Because Fabian, he kind of have to rely on Witty to be able to get around the map. And he's been doing that. That's what's supposed to happen, and that is their game plan. But Kyrie can clear the lane on his own, can just farm on his own and make a play on his own. But gotta say, the one thing that really impressed me the most is the fact that ONIC, not one of the members has died yet. Might be changing now.
All in over the Keyboy, Netherrealm in time, but he will still fall. Flicker, outburn, out SOD. Kyo joining the fight. Savero with a few good shots. Great revitalize to keep him alive. Aran and the rest of the team. Kai will give away the turtle and just, oh man, he's wiped the entire bottom side jungle.
Free real estate for Kyrie, even the orange buff as well. The one thing that makes ONIC special in their prime era, they let go of the things that they're not gonna take care of or have the disadvantage. And truly they are in a disadvantage in objective battle, especially after Keyboy getting jumped on. The key is Keyboy getting the initial hook and getting someone to burst the opponent down before the fight begins and make it a 4v5.
All right, we gotta think about this though. If they had a Yeve in the mid lane, this is the playstyle that I expected. They would just play it slow, give away a few neutral objectives, maybe actually be able to contest Turtle 3. With this composition, playing it safe like this, trading across the board, means that they're going to be scaling for mid. I believe tlid have the better mid game.
Yeah.
And late game with Moscow?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm gonna say. The long lane pressure that they can definitely utilize, and Kyo hasn't died just yet, even winning on a 1v1 against Salvero on his own. 500 though, this is not a lead that's really safe at all in MPL Indonesia. I wonder how many lead changes, at least 2 so far in this game on the economy. And ONIC, look at the bushes miracle. This is what having an alpha and a Mathilda gives you. I really like the fact that they're going back to their form in Season 14. This is their bread and butter. just own the bush. Try to get your map or like the advantage on the vision. And Keyboy, all he can do is just try to get this blind hooks that most likely not gonna land. You gotta scan the bushes, you gotta scan all the things that he cannot see in plain sight and make a play out of his micro.
It's all about pushing slowly and steadily for tlid. They have the lead, and like you said, it isn't safe, but it's fine. They have a composition that scales pretty well into the late game. The range is the only thing that I have doubts about, right? Sans walks up. Oh, good damage.
Yeah, yes, Gil already low, around half HP. Savero dealing some death sonatas as while Kyrie just clearing the mid lane. Oh, Keyboy!
Purify. Good call. That mid bush, man, so important for the neutral objective take in tlid. They are struggling to get control of it. Sans, another risky move, walking up front. Orange buff taken. That's a level lead for Kai. Iron hook not landing. Lord very low.
10k on the Lord. Kyrie goes in. Fabian getting jumped on.
On the all-in with the Bloody Hunt and the Winter Crown. Lord stolen already. Now the mount down over to Fabian. This should be a trade. Ludpi is dead. Isolated from the team.
AOG.
The Lord Aran jumping in, but it will be Keyboy still surviving. SOD!
Kyo!
Jumping on the Kai. Soul Sever coming down. Yes, here with the flicker forward on the Crimson Peak, and Kai getting away with the Blade Surge.
Finally a W for tlid, but no, the Lord is taken out by Kyrie. Overall, though, in the kill department, it's an equal one. Fabian is trying to sandwich Kyrie and Sans.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Crazy poke. Fabian with the flank, though, but no one walks his
minute.
way. Wow. Okay. Clean. Taking control of the mid lane as Fabian looks for the flank. That will not amount to anything. Fabian sees Kyrie. Sans sees him, too. Death Sonata, Ghost Bursters, and that will be it with the wave in the mid lane. Now a Lord up top.
Yep. This is the problem with... Yes, you have the Mathilda on the Fabian, but...
Oh, come on, Kai.
Yeah, just Kyrie thinks, man. The god of the jungle. The red trees are there. But yeah, look, be in trouble. Spear of Misery connected. Half HP, but they still have the Lord. And the siege potential. Savero just gunning them down with Death Sonatas.
And Rhapsodies Aran very low already. Lord marching down. tlid. Fabian walks up. Oh no!
Jeez.
Another round coming down with the SOD as well. Don't take it, Kyo. ONIC on the brink of eliminating the defending champions.
Yup. This is just clinical Mobile Legends coming in from ONIC. It wasn't that clean in the early game, but they know what to do, even in the objective battle that they're not supposed to have an advantage on. Yes, they have the Bloody Hunt on a Keyboy, but this is Alpha against a Suyo and a Mathilda we're talking about.
Man.
The HP bars is leaning towards tlid side. ONIC gotta rely on the micros, Fabian.
My guy.
Oh, man. Gotta watch out for the soaks, man.
He's so far up front alone with no Mathilda. That could have been real bad. Luckily, the timing wasn't, the best. Even if ONIC got that, they would have got more pressure, but there's no neutral objective up.
To check the bushes a bit safely. Maybe just a blind hook from Keyboy just to clear the bushes so that Ludpi did not get engaged on, just like what happened earlier. tlid, they're 5 men strong, but can they make a use of this advantage that they have right now? 4 seconds towards the Lord. Ludpi is already up on a respawn time.
It's control. Look at the piercing damage from Kyo 2. Keyboy looking for the hook. tlid on the Lord with a slow push down below.
They gotta wait for Aran to back away. Or maybe just heals up with Widdy's photo. Something they can do, but it's already half HP. So that's something that Savero might be looking forward to burst, especially with the Sky Piercer.
The wave is good for ONIC. In the bottom lane, great. Zoom in into the map. You can see again how they're managing the waves. Kyrie notices it is building towards a slow push for them, so that's why he rotates without hitting the wave. ONIC controlling the neutral objective. Moskov seen down below. ONIC, are they going to make the shot, the call?
They're still healthy. This is on the hook is Keyboy.
Tier 2 for free. Lord Dance in favor of TL. Moskov still in the bottom lane, farming and clearing it up, shoving the wave in. And tlid holding onto it.
What? They're still going for the Lord. Ludpi getting jumped, knocked up into the air by the Lord.
Base turret taken out again. Bloody Hunt. Kai able to secure it now. In the back, yo. ONIC, what was that? A gamble. That could not have been worse. tlid Just run it down.
They just handed the W on a